Ura Abarabachi. We are here in Monaco for round 3. We have completed 2 rounds, 13 more rounds to go, and the 2025 Formula One World Championship. We're here in Monaco for the Monaco Grand Prix for Formula One's 75th anniversary. Of course, this is Charles Leclerc's home race. He started 20th after crashing yesterday, so the championship leader has a lot of pressure, tied with the championship lead with his teammate of Lewis Hamilton. But you can see we're throwing it back to 2015, 10 years ago of the Monaco Grand Prix to this day, and of course the debut of Max Verstappen in 2015. Here's a look at the old track map we used to use. 19 corners. We have, through Sandoval, Rascas, through Casino Square, 1 DRS zone, elevation change 41.3, and of course the pit stops. They'll be rarely critical with a threat of rain. It is cloudy, really cloudy. Boats, yachts, any boats are coming here to watch the Monaco Grand Prix. The track was built in 1929, the first race that ever hosted any motorsport event. You can see the weather. It is sunny, but it's also cloudy here as we get ready for the Monaco Grand Prix. As you can see, the beautiful skyline, the buildings, cranes, and everything that makes this track so historical. Can Charles Leclerc win his home race for the second time, or will the curse still happen? Let's take a look now at the starting grid for the Monaco Grand Prix, and at the back it is the championship leader, who is tied with the championship lead with his teammate of Lewis Hamilton, and then it's Fernando Alonso got caught up with that red flag with Lando Norris and his McLaren. Yuki Tsunoda got caught up with the red flag in 17th for the Racing Bulls, who are 3rd in the Constructors' Championship. Then it's the Sauber and Williams of Nico Hulkenberg and Alex Albon, and then it's the other Williams of Carlos Sainz with the other Sauber of Gabriel Bortoleto, 14th and 13th respectively for the Williams and the Sauber. And then it is Lance Stroll and his other Aston Martin out qualifying once again Fernando Alonso, 0-3 for Alonso. Then it's Isaac Hadjar. Then it's the top 10 drivers of Pierre Gasly and his Alpine with his former teammate of VERSTAPPEN Ocon in the Haas, Oliver Behrman in the Haas, and then it's Jack Dillon, who made his actual one debut last year at Dhabi. And then it's George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, the 2 Mercedes. Antonelli once again 3-0 for George Russell getting his teammate of Kimi Antonelli. Then it's Oscar Piastri and his McLaren, and Max Verstappen making it to Q3. And then it's the front row, Max Verstappen's teammate Liam Lawson once again out-qualifying his teammate, and Lewis Hamilton, the pole sitter, out-qualifying his teammate, as Hamilton will lead this field to lights out. As it is really cloudy, here's a look at the drivers and constructors. Actually, Racing Bulls are second, 59 back behind the leaders in the constructors, McLaren 64. But it's Leclerc and Hamilton tied for the championship lead. Here we go! Time for the Monaco Grand Prix! Hamilton on pole, Liam Lawson up beside him, and it's lights out, and away we go! Hamilton gets a fantastic there. Liam Lawson in a little kind of pressure from Max Verstappen. I drove over something contact with Lando. Oh, the big crash to Sandoval! Massive contact! At least Hamilton does it. Norris and McLaren get caught up in it. That has Verstappen Ocon has been turned around. George Russell got caught up in that melee as well. Unbelievable start to the Monaco Grand Prix. As we work now our way through Rascat or through the Casino Square, almost into the hairpin section, Lewis Hamilton still leads from Lawson from Verstappen. And then here comes Oscar Piastri in the McLaren, as now Charles Leclerc right behind George Russell now enters the hairpin. But unbelievable start. Ocon, I think the 2 Saubers of Bortoleto and Hulkenberg as well. I think also Ollie Behrman got caught up in that wreck as well. I believe also Alex Albon was also caught up in that as well. And they happy to get it gone, but there is debris out there, so I think we'll be seeing a virtual or a full course safety car coming here in a minute. But Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris got caught up in it, and there's the safety car, so the safety car is out. But how much damage did the championship leader got from that carnage? I'm seeing, I think the front wing's okay, but here's a look now at the replay. You can see contact, and then I don't know what happened, but they just started piling up through the casinos, through Sandoval But unbelievable start to the Monaco Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso made his way up to 15th. I think Lance Stroll got caught up in that melee as well. But wow. And going in up into the top 10 is Carlos Sainz. He started 15th after all that. Unbelievable start to Carlos Sainz's race, picking up more points for the Williams team. And moving up into second place now would be McLaren, and then Mercedes into third as Charles Leclerc and George Russell collided. But look at those big three: Norris, Russell, and Charles Leclerc. The safety car will be coming in the next lap, which means we will resume the Monaco Grand Prix, but with at least a couple of drivers that may have to box for repairs. Unbelievable. What a crazy start to the Monaco Grand Prix. A couple of cars colliding into one another. Can Norris, Russell, and Charles Leclerc still make their way to the top 10? It's going to be an eventful restart to this race, as Charles Leclerc now has the battery re-energized, and there's rain within 17 laps, and there's more trouble in the back. Fernando Alonso crashed to the back of Charles Leclerc, who crashed to the back of George Russell, the championship leader. This was the one concern he was worried about as the championship leader. He didn't know him be caught up in someone else's mess. But did that kind of hurt the car? I don't think it has. Oh, he crashes into the safety car! Charles Leclerc's out! And it's another tough race for the home favorite, which means now Charles Leclerc loses the championship lead and Andrea Kimi Antonelli wins ahead of Liam Lawson. Then it's Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris, fourth Gasly, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Hajar Rosa, Berman in the top 10, and Max Verstappen for the third race in a row fails to score points with a blown out engine. Unbelievable. But Albon, 14th, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Esteban Ocon, the drivers were caught up in that wreck. But it's Kimi Antonelli who wins. And now, for the first time since 2021, Lewis Hamilton leads the Drivers' Championship by 15 points, and Kimi Antonelli moves into third, 22 points back. And in the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari extend their lead to 101 points. Mercedes and McLaren tied. They're about 61 back. And that will conclude today's Monaco Grand Prix. We will see you next week in Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix. See you soon.